The new official Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 6 spoilers and leaks are out. It's all about Boruto versus Mitsuki, a fight that is long overdue and probably the only way we could ever see Mitsuki fighting Boruto to begin with. So it's also something like a strength comparison. This is a huge hint that Mitsuki is about to regain his memory or at least recognize who Boruto really is. In this video I will tell you exactly how and why this will happen. Let's talk about it. In the new leaks, we see Mitsuki suddenly appearing in his sage mode, confronting Boruto. A long overdue hatred and confusion are boiling up inside him, waiting to be released, and now it's finally time. Mitsuki says that they have finally met and that he's been waiting for this moment for a long time. Sarada tries to stop Mitsuki, but just like it didn't work 3 years ago when he was chasing Boruto, it won't work now. Nothing can change his mind unless Mitsuki realizes something during the time skip about Kawaki that he remembers from Boruto, at least the version of Boruto he believes to be true. That is, he might no longer recognize Kawaki as Naruto's son the moment this whole confusion started. Mitsuki is not stupid, so his intentions in confronting Boruto could be different from a superficial battle between enemies, like what Sarada believes is about to happen. Mitsuki answers Sarada that he doesn't know what Boruto said to her, but she should get out of his way because he can no longer control himself. Now, here's my take. It didn't change much from the first chapter though. Not being able to control himself could mean that he can't wait to find out the truth. If we go back to the moment where we saw Kawaki standing next to Mitsuki, the moment itself seemed pretty strange. It was kind of like some sort of tension was between Mitsuki and Kawaki. Not really tension in the sense that they are about to fight or something like that, but more like a trust issue that Mitsuki seemed to have developed during the 3 years without Boruto. Likely because of the sudden change of Mitsuki's best friend, or whatever Boruto is supposed to be for him. Honestly, it even seems to be something genetically, you know, the sun and the moon and the fact that Mitsuki is an artificial human, which makes the whole thing much more difficult for him. But at the same time, this should also make it easy for him to understand whether or not Boruto is Boruto. More how that could be accomplished during a serious fight between them in a moment. In any case, back then it seemed that Mitsuki had already suspected that Kawaki might not be who he appears to be despite all his memories. And still, Mitsuki is worried about Boruto attacking Kawaki. It seems he really cares about Kawaki the same way he cared for Boruto. What's sad is that Boruto never responded negatively to Mitsuki's odd comments about him being his son and all the other weird things Mitsuki used to say, with a smile on his face. That time is over. Kawaki comes off as quite rude and annoyed every time someone acts like he is Boruto. He did this with Himawari and so obviously also with Mitsuki. This creates a major conflict inside him. Even though Omnipotence changed people's memories, making them believe that everything they knew about Boruto was actually Kawaki's doing as Naruto's son, and the other way around with Boruto as the outsider, it did not change who Kawaki truly is in all aspects, especially his personality. The same goes for Boruto. Kawaki right now and during the 3 years didn't behave like Boruto at all. He acted like himself, Kawaki. So you have to put yourself in Mitsuki's shoes with the exact same crazy attitude towards Boruto to fully understand him. One day Boruto is the always smiling boy who never blames Mitsuki for being weird. And then suddenly Konoha is confused about Boruto and Kawaki, and on the same day Kawaki, who Mitsuki now believes to be Naruto's son, started to act completely different from what he remembers of Boruto. But Boruto is still Boruto. Mitsuki must have noticed the confusion among people. The picture with Boruto and Naruto's arms. All the interviews and videos, everything is full of Boruto. So naturally someone like Mitsuki, whose life is pretty much devoted to Boruto, will feel the need to investigate further even if it's inside his mind. That's something he did for the past 3 years, every day, every minute of his life, literally. So the fact that Mitsuki now wants to fight Boruto doesn't mean that he wants to defeat him, but that he wants to confront confront him and resolve the confusion inside him without any context, not even from Sarada. During the fight, Mitsuki will certainly compare Boruto to Kawaki, their behavior and all that, and then something will happen. Boruto will make Mitsuki feel like Boruto did before Omnipotence changed everything. This is his way to find out the truth. It could be that Mitsuki's body won't allow him to kill Boruto, or maybe it's something Boruto says. The difference between Boruto and Kawaki might not be clear to those not close to him, but Mitsuki, who's deeply connected to Boruto, will certainly notice it. In the end of the first scene where we saw Mitsuki and Kawaki, we saw Mitsuki looking sad, wondering if Kawaki is truly the sun that lights him up as the moon, the way he remembers Boruto doing. As mentioned, it's even more intense if there's a genetic factor that compels Mitsuki to act this way because of Boruto's identity, which will honestly question Orochimaru's intent in Boruto, but that's an entirely different topic. If Kawaki doesn't have the genetic trait that signals to Mitsuki that he is his sun, or his life's light, then the moon, Mitsuki, remains dark. That's what we are seeing here. Mitsuki is unhappy since 3 years. With Boruto, Mitsuki was happy. Light, darkness, the moon only functions with the sun. Kawaki doesn't provide the life essence that makes Mitsuki cherish existence the way Boruto does. If they fight now after 3 years, maybe Mitsuki will instantly sense a certain energy coming from Boruto, the sunlight so to speak, making him realize that his memories are incorrect. Another hint that Boruto is rent-free in Mitsuki's head as his son without him even noticing it is that Kawaki made it seem as if Mitsuki was talking about Boruto more than Kawaki did. During the entire time skip, all Mitsuki probably did was thinking about Boruto. Before that, he was also always thinking of Boruto, but back then as Naruto's son. So instead of thinking of Kawaki as he's supposed to, he naturally does this with Boruto but with fake memories, not understanding why. In essence, nothing changed. Mitsuki's life was positive and all about Boruto, and now negative and still all about Boruto, just the perspective changed. So speaking angrily about him might have even been his way to keep that sun in his life, even if he doesn't understand the reason at this moment. So how exactly could this fight resolve? Clearly Mitsuki doesn't want to listen, he wants to feel. He could try to defeat Boruto and see what happens. Maybe he truly believes that his body should not allow him to do so if a genetic factor is involved. He doesn't want to try it on Kawaki, so he does this with Boruto instead. Another possibility would be that, for example, Orochimaru suddenly appears and stops Mitsuki by revealing that his data shows that Boruto is indeed Naruto's son, which would imply that we would have some sort of similar situation as with Amado, where although Amado should pursue Boruto instead of Kawaki, his data clearly shows that the karma he implanted is not on Boruto but Kawaki, so his interest is in Kawaki, not Boruto. If that's really the case, then we should be worried about Orochimaru and read the entire Boruto manga again, because clearly in that case, he must be involved in the main plot itself. Other than that, everything from how Boruto's chakra feels to how he talks, how he acts, everything in regard of Mitsuki and his weird personality could reveal the truth. It could simply be that in the end, Mitsuki will be defeated and smile, saying something like, "So it's really you, my son." You know, in that weird way, like the typical Mitsuki with a shining smile on his face because the sun has finally illuminated the moon. So, what do you think of the new Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 6 spoilers and leaks and my video? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, it really helps me a lot. And if you want to see more Boruto content, then subscribe to this channel with the notification bell activated for more videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.